Hi, I'm Rob and welcome to another TW White & Sons video review. Today's vehicle is a Mini 3-door. It's a Cooper S spec. This is a JCW pack equipped vehicle as well, looking really sort of quite nice in champagne. It's an unusual colour for a Mini. And lots of gloss black detailing around the car, including the alloy wheels, which are an 18-inch. You've got the full JCW bumper here. Obviously the signature scoop in the bonnet for the Mini, darkened badges and the bezels around the headlamps, and even the internals of the LED light system is darkened down. That matches the gloss black, well, the matte black trims, the gloss blue black roof, A-pillars and the roof itself, the rear spoiler, and again round to the back with the rear diffuser and twin exit exhausts, all Mini signatures. So it's a really nice condition car. It's only 2 years old and it has 20,000 miles, a full BMW Mini service history, keyless entry, which is on the door handles here, the signature S badging on the wing, which are also the indicator repeaters as well. So here we go. So let's dive into this. So 18-inch wheels, again this is the Cooper JCW wheel. The glossy black nose. As we'll make our round to the back. There's no marks, chips, stone chips, scuffs, anything. This is a mint Mini. Union Jack rear lights, of course, all LED. This also has a reversing camera. So let's go into the boot. Touch the pad, lift the boot, and you're in. Presented with a typically small Mini boot. However, it's got a bit more depth than it looks. So we've got another storage area below. This can actually be lifted up and moved into two different positions. So you can have a position at the top here, which fundamentally allows the complete flat folding when you fold the seats down. So if we pull the top stud there, push forwards, you get a nice flat load area into the boot. And again, there's only 4 seats in a Mini, certainly a 3-door, that's 4 seat belts only. So you can't actually squeeze a fifth in there. A nice lightweight parcel shelf, easily removed of course. Now the last thing of note in the Mini's boot is a little storage area for the compressor and the inflation kit and the locking wheel nut key. So all those are present and correct. So let's bring this down. Nice gloss black trim on the boot lid, so a nice theme running through the car, even a darkened Cooper badge. So keyless entry, you can touch the button and that will flash on the indicators just on there and let you know the car's unlocked. So presented with a gloss black door card. We have a theme running through the whole of this car. Nicely presented with the John Cooper Works silk kicks. The seat is a John Cooper Works sports seat, which is a mix of both Alcantara, leather and cloth mix. And you've got the leather bound 3-spoke JCW steering wheel as well. So let's hop on in. We'll power the car up and go through some of the features inside. So when you're ready to start the automatic Mini, foot on brake, red start button, give it a push, and everything powers up. So you're presented with 2 digital displays, one big circular display in the middle with a landscape view for the sat nav and any of the other information. You've got some controls here as well. Again, a nice digital display in front of you for the driver, and you can see nicely through the area of the wheel there where it's cut out. Gear change paddles. You'll have to interrupt with these dash cams, which wants to talk to you, but it will shut up, trust me. We have auto lights, auto wipers, just function down here, and then of course auto wipers here. The other side is your control for a digital computer display just here. So if I tap through, it changes information. There we are, just at the bottom. So average speed, tripometer, date. Once the car is fully up to warm, it will move to the middle there, and then consumption. So that's a really good consumption, 50 to the gallon. So pretty decent. Coming through, we have cruise control on this side with a speed limiter. This side is more media centric and telephone prep with voice command as well. Coming round to the actual screen itself, which is touchable, but also you have the controller down here, which we equally use it with. Also quick access buttons for things like navigation, into map just to see what you're doing, down to media, which will then bring up digital radio, FM, AM, Bluetooth streaming and Apple and Android CarPlay. We've also got other options in there which we'll do with things like servicing and when it was last serviced. The car tells you when it's due, which I'm going to show you now. Just go back into the main menu and we'll show you that. So into My Mini, come across into Mini, and then you can see vehicle status, and then it gives you all your service details. So the car tells you when it's due. If I go into service requirements, service history, everything is in the OK zones. Last service done was in Jan 25, and the car will prompt you for a next service due. But things like oil, not due till Jan 27. The vehicle inspection itself is due again in February 26, and the brake fluid similar time, I believe, yeah, Jan 26. So all good to go right now. Coming down with digital climate control, it's left and right sided, so you can split yourself independently left to right. You've also got heated front seats for driver and passenger. Again, less needed when it's an Alcantara seat base, but still nice to have. Different sport modes and functions. So again, by flicking through this, let's just go back into the main menu. Into sports, the car will sharpen its throttle response, its gearbox response, and the steering itself will feel a little firmer, but a bit more dynamic. Also will make a sportier exhaust tone to the exhaust. If I flip down again into mid, which is its default setting, again it just makes the steering a little bit lighter, throttle less sharp, the gearbox less responsive, just more normal, I guess. And there's an eco mode, which will be the antithesis of sport. It also measures how you're driving using a little scale here, which will give you some indications of how you're adding fuel or range to your mileage. But again, it makes the steering the lightest, the less throttle response, and the slowest gearbox response. But if you pop it back into sport, you can take advantage of the gear shift paddles, which will take control fully of the gearbox. You can even push and pull. So once the car is in drive, you can then move it across into a manual mode, and you can push and pull as much as you can use the paddles behind the steering wheel. So coming down, some infotainment plugins. You've got a USB-C here and a USB-B there, and a 12-volt supply above. Again, this is going to give you for your phone kit in the boot. But yeah, nicely equipped. It also has a panoramic sunroof which tilts and slides. You've got two blinds which you can pull over by hand, and the same at the front. But when you're ready to open, use the controller here. So the first thing it will do is tilt. A secondary push will slide along the top of the roof, letting lots of air in. But there is a little buffer to jammer there, so it stops you getting blown around in the wind, and also stop rain popping into the car if you forget to put it down in a cloudburst. So, sunroof, dash cam, front and rear, self-dimming rear view mirror, really useful. Again, really clean and tidy. The guy that looked after it really did look after it.